Hello and welcome to the Lexmoto ride-out video for the Lexmoto Tempest 125cc, Lexmoto's newest cafe racer scrambler style bike. Let's just have a look around this one. It is an absolute beauty. The model we have out with us today is the white with the blue and red stripes, and it looks awesome. The alternative colour on this one is the black with the silver and yellow stripe. Slightly different with the black and silver, essentially this bit's silver, the rest of it's black, and the seat is brown on that version, whereas with the white version you get the black seat. On the side of the bike you can see that beautiful high-sided stainless steel exhaust system. This is the unique feature on this bike that sets it apart from any of the other CAF racer style models that are on the market, and it is gorgeous. Hooked up to it is the Zongshen overhead cam motor. That's a single cylinder motor with a balance shaft on it. It provides great smooth performance and very nice and frugal as well. This is a popular motor for us at Lexmoto. We've tried and tested it over a number of years. You will also find this engine on the Lexmoto Michigan, the ZSXF, ZSXR as well. It's an engine that we have a great deal of confidence with. As we move around the back, we can have a look at some of the details. We've got the LED rear light, normal traditional indicators on this one. And with this one, you've got the number plate mounted off the back here. The reason for that is number plate has to be the largest thing, has to be off the back of the bike. So this gives you some flexibility if you wanted to consider chopping the back end and making it your own, which is something that is very popular with this style of bike. On the back there we can see that we've got a rear disc brake. Obviously with this one, this is a combined braking system because it's the Euro 4 standard. Therefore when you activate the rear disc brake, it's also going to activate the front. Moving round, we can see the second of the two shocks on this bike with the pillion foot pegs. And as we move around we get a real opportunity to take in the nice details on this bike. As we look at the front, we have the off-road style tread. Now the nice thing with this tread is it's still predominantly a road tread. So as you're using it on the road, it's going to be nice and smooth. With anything really with larger grooves in the tread, you can experience vibration and stuff, which fortunately you don't experience with this model. Looking up at the front, we've got that single headlight with that grille on it. Looks absolutely stunning. Let's jump on and have a look at the controls. Looking over the front of the bike, we've got obviously the ignition, we've got our right hand controls which are starter and the kill, and obviously the front brake. Left hand side we've got our headlight functions, indicator, horn and passing light. And let's have a closer look at that speedometer. So it's a digital speedometer on this one. It includes the rev as the main thing that you see on there with miles per hour in the centre of the gauge, odometer. This one actually has a gear indicator as well, which is really handy for new riders, as well as the ever useful fuel gauge. Now, looking at this bike from the side, you guys may have noticed that this bike has a side stand only. There is no centre stand on this bike. However, unlike some of the other bikes that we do that have got the centre stand, this one is hooked up very nicely with the bike. So we can start the bike with that side stand down. And when we put it back up, we've got the ability to change into gears. If I were to change into gear with the side stand down, it will cut out. Shall we go for a ride? I think so. So as we get moving, you can hear that amazing exhaust sound on this bike. It's a shame today with a lot of the emission standards required on bikes, you tend to find most bikes have got really quiet exhausts. This one, however, with that stainless steel system, has a real nice thud to it. With this particular model, it does face a lot of competition, including the Valiant from our own range. As you guys are aware, the Valiant is another model in the Lexmoto lineup that's well worth taking a look over, and will probably be the model that you're comparing this one to. Now the engine on the Valiant is a Suzuki GS125 style motor, whereas this one is known as the CB style. Between the two, I'd probably say the GS is slightly torquier, however this one runs a bit smoother overall.
Now, the Valiant that we have in the range shares its makeup. It is the standard generic calf racer model that is available from China. So if you're looking at another calf racer style bike in the UK that has that Suzuki GS motor, chances are it's probably the same as the Valiant. And that goes right up from models from sort of £2,000 to even as much as £4,500. This one is unique to Lexmoto. We are the only importer in the UK that is bringing in this model, and we're very excited about that. It gives us something once again that stands out from the crowd and enables a bit of a unique identity to it. And one of the things that we've really been enjoying with this style of bike, with the Valiant as well, has been seeing the level of customization that the owners tend to put into the bikes, and certainly with the Valiants there's been a lot of chopping and changing, and there's a great deal of excitement, especially when you're talking to people at shows regarding this style of bike, and before they even commit to the bike, they're sort of saying, well, I'm going to take the mirrors off and I'm going to put bar end mirrors on, wrap the exhaust up, and it's fantastic. It's what riding a motorcycle is all about. With this one, you do have the benefit of having a bike that you are able to customise, but you've also got the modern conveniences on it as well. Being Euro 4, as I said, this one does have combined braking, so the front brake can work independently if we bring it down, and if we start back up again, the rear brake operates both the rear and front brake at the same time. Gives that little bit of extra rider safety, especially to new riders. The other aspect of Euro 4 is the fuel injection. Now, the fuel injection on this bike is a Delphi system, and when combined with the engine it produces 7.2 kilowatts, which isn't as powerful as some of the models in our range, but I don't think it affects this model to any great detriment. Now, talking of modern conveniences and technology, not only do you have that nice clear digital display that illuminates fantastically at night, there is also a USB charger just down to the side of the speedometer, and that's going to be useful if you're using something like a motorcycle mounted GPS, or even potentially one of the more modern phone mounts. Of course, when using these devices, we do urge riders, especially new riders, to be careful and always put a primary focus on the road ahead. Now, handling wise, this bike performs very, very well. It's very smooth, it's very responsive. I'm about 6 foot tall and I'm sat on very comfortably. If anything, I'd say the position is a little bit more comfortable than the Valiant frame for my height, and the handlebars offer good reach, and it's certainly, even for shorter riders, it's quite an easy to access model. You see, as we go up through the revs, that exhaust sounds amazing. So a lot of people have really been questioning what the sort of durability and off-road credentials are behind a bike like this. So we'll do a little bit of our off-road lane so you can see how it handles. I think you'll be quite impressed by how smoothly it runs. Our suspension comes courtesy of telescopic forks on this one, and twin shock at the rear. Not a problem really, although the tyres are more of a road going tread. They do provide that little bit of grip for an off-road style. Little off-road foray. Well, we say off-road, maybe a less than perfect road condition would be more apt. But all in all, not too bad at all. Well, I hope you have enjoyed coming out for a ride with me today on the Lexmoto Tempest. I've certainly enjoyed heading out with you guys. If you had any questions or comments, feel free to chuck those down in the comments down below. And be sure to check out our other pages on Facebook and Instagram. If you haven't done so already, remember to subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date with all the new product releases and news. And definitely press that notification bell to make sure you don't miss a thing. until next time, I will see you on the road. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.